Hi, so I want to take a few minutes today and talk to you about a comment that was left on Instagram, and I've been thinking about it the last few days. The comment was this: it was, why do I always take one step forward and then two steps back? And I guess what they're saying is, they feel like they just start to move and then bang, they go back again. And I'm sure all of us can relate to that at some point in our life. And so I was thinking about, I think the first reason we end up there is because most people, and me included, is we're routine people. We function in habits and we do things the same way, and unfortunately even the negative routines in our lives remain as habits, and we do them over and over again. And so we make the same decisions and we go about things the same way. You hear people say things like, oh, it's a bit bright out here actually, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on. We hear people say things like, why do I always end up with the same sort of guy, or the same sort of girl in my partner? And it's because we just run our lives that way. We repeat things over and over and over. And so one of the first things we need to do to stop this one step forward, two step back scenario is to actually change the routines, to make a deliberate choice and decision to not go that way anymore. The other thing I think that people end up there is their thinking's wrong. And we get into this, repetitive thinking where it goes over and over and over again in our mind. And again, when it's the wrong thinking, it just reinforces that behavior. So not only in our actions and routines we're doing the wrong thing, but we're thinking the wrong things. So we're continually going, oh, it just won't work out for me. It never works out for me. Everybody else gets it. It's never going to happen. This won't happen. That won't happen. This is just the way it is. And we need to stop and shift our language and our thinking that says, actually, it will work out and it will be better and it can be okay, and tomorrow is a new day and every day has fresh opportunities. And when we get into that space, it's amazing how instead of going one step forward, two step back, we can swap that and we start to go two steps forward and just one back. And small steps, and little by little we get further down the line to where we want to be. And then we link with someone who can help us, and it speeds it all up, and all of a sudden we're where we never felt we could be. In fact, in a year's time, it can be completely different if we flip the one step forward, two back to be two forward and one back. So we don't even have to get it right all the time. We can still have days that are disastrous, days that are terrible, days that we feel just less than good, and still end up in a far greater place in the months ahead. And that's why it's so important when you feel like you're going one step forward, two step back, to stop and to short circuit it. Change the routine, change the thinking, change the language around it. It just makes a massive, massive difference. So I encourage you to do that.